Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people are still worried about the SEC lawsuit because of what happened with the LBRY case. But the thing is, a lot of things are still coming out in this case. And we're going to talk about FTX as well, so let's take a look. Reaper Financial has filed a motion to submit an amicus brief to support Ripple. Reaper Financial is the emitter of RPR token based on the XRP ledger. In the document filed with the judge, the company stresses that it is not directly connected to Ripple. Its main goal is purchasing the digital coins of other companies and destroying them, sending them to unspendable wallets in order to reduce their circulating supplies. Now, it's nice to see yet another company come out and file an amicus brief in favor of Ripple. But then this happened, and this guy submitted the amicus brief in favor of the SEC. If you would have done your homework, you would not be getting bashed by a community of well-educated individuals that have done their research. The statement below is false. And this guy, Adrian, which I'll tell you where he works in a minute, technically is still a security in my mind because Ripple owns more than 50% of the XRP supply. And he's totally wrong on that. I actually mentioned this in a video about a week or so ago, that Ripple does not own more than 50% of the XRP supply. Now this guy, Adrian, he works at a company called Accredify. And I can't believe he actually did this. And his biggest concern is that Ripple would own more than 50% of the XRP that's out there. If that was a concern, maybe he should have asked the XRP community a few questions first. Maybe he should have asked Brad himself. Gensler, you are clueless and are a national security threat. Resign before you damage the USA. SEC should be chasing and destroying scams like Luna and FTX or stop Ponzi like Bitcoin. However, you waste SEC time trying to destroy genuine USA businesses like Ripple. The SEC is corrupt. Now, you should be trying to keep companies inside of the US, companies like Ripple, with great technology, instead of trying to push them out of the country for your own agenda with JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs. But the thing is, at some point, the US is definitely going to need XRP. I say it all the time. We're going to need that on-demand liquidity. Gary Gensler turned a blind eye on MF Global and the CFTC and now turned a blind eye on FTX US, while at the SEC Gov. Both look like they had a common denominator, Goldman Sachs. The future, FTX and Goldman Sachs. Summary: David Solomon of Goldman Sachs has met with Sam Bankman-Fried of FTX, a cryptocurrency exchange. Two major strands evolved out of their discussion. One where Goldman would help FTX get regulatory approvals. So even more corruption inside of the SEC. Congressman Tom Emmer just tweeted this on the relationship between SBF and SEC Chair Gary Gensler. Interesting. Gary Gensler runs to the media while reports to my office allege he was helping SBF and FTX work on legal loopholes to obtain a regulatory monopoly. We're looking into this. Maybe now that someone actually sees how corrupt the SEC truly is, maybe he will finally rein in Gary Gensler. We'll have to wait and see. This is not an issue with crypto. This is an issue with centralized exchanges that custody customer crypto. Please explain that to Gary Gensler and Senator Warren. Now, Elizabeth Warren has been crying out for crypto regulations for a long time now. I remember her saying, "We need regulations in crypto now. We need to protect a retail investor," and yet nothing has happened. But now I believe they're going to fast track regulations after what happened with FTX. So FTX was operating with a toxic combination of factors that would lead to investors getting hurt, the chairman of the U.S. Securities Regulator has said. Speaking to CNBC, the SEC Commission Chair Gary Gensler compared FTX's crisis to the collapse of Terra and various other crypto platforms earlier this year. This is a very interconnected world in crypto, with a few concentrated players in the middle. One of those players had toxic combinations of lack of disclosure, customer money, a lot of leverage, borrowing, and then trying to invest with that. And then when markets turned on them, it appears that a lot of customers lost money. Added Gensler. Well, no shit, buddy. Guess what? You should have been doing your job, and maybe a lot of customers wouldn't have lost their money. We always pay for all of this that happens. The retail investor, me and you, end up losing money all the time. And it's not good for crypto. Once somebody loses all their money in crypto, they're leaving crypto and never looking back. This is also why I tell you to keep your crypto off exchanges. I believe no exchange is 100% safe. The regulator also said that crypto field was significantly non-compliant and that clear laws already exist with the intention of protecting consumers. Nevertheless, he agreed that investors need better protection in this space. Now, we know regulations are going to come. I believe they're going to fast track them after what happened to FTX. But we need the right people regulating crypto. And I don't believe Gary Gensler is the right person to be doing that. He let Luna sell Voyager, FTX, Alameda. Blatant fraud happened. Companies begged for rules and guidelines. Instead, he attacked Ripple and LBRY, who tried to work with the SEC Gov. The SEC, Gary refused to put out guidance for crypto. And that's the thing. Maybe if he would have guided Ripple when they went to meet with him multiple times, well, meet with the SEC multiple times, this might not have came down to a lawsuit. And I do believe that at some point, when regulations do come, a lot of cryptos will definitely disappear. Ripple claims they have won a victory in their court battle against the SEC Gov, which could determine the status of cryptocurrencies as securities. Now, this goes back to the Hinman emails, but we've seen a lot of small wins for Ripple along the way. Everything looks very good for Ripple winning this case, and a lot of people are still very worried. I'm not worried at all. I know how corrupt the SEC is, but I think this judge sees through it. I believe this judge is definitely going to rule in favor of Ripple. I am mentally ruined by the SEC Gov since the XRP case, and many other people. Even the entire crypto space is insecure because of the SEC's corrupt actions. Sorry, but I do not respect the SEC. And this goes worldwide. People worldwide see what's going on with the SEC. And you would think somebody here in the US would step up and say, listen, we are being held back as far as innovation. I still do believe, though, that the US is working behind the scenes on that CBDC, and I believe they are fast tracking a lot of things. We just don't hear the announcements like we see over in the UK. But if we are falling behind because of this case, that's not good in any way. And Gary should not be trying to push Ripple out of the US either. But as time goes on and regulations do come, if we get that regulatory clarity for XRP, you can bet XRP is going to skyrocket in price very fast. And if you're not holding XRP when this case ends, you will most likely be paying a much higher price than what you could get XRP for right now. Now, we've seen a massive dip in the market. A lot of people were buying when that happened. Other people got scared, most likely sold, and got out of crypto at a loss. But the thing is, you always got to keep in mind what you hold when you hold certain cryptocurrencies. These utility tokens are destined to take off. They're a very safe investment. So all you have to do now, if you hold XRP, is just sit on the sidelines and be patient. I do truly believe our time is coming. So with that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I appreciate you all watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.